There's something going on down here. Oh, she's painting up there. Just taking one last look. You said you were sketching? Researching? Yeah. I just came down to see this ancient earthwork. Why did they build this huge dirt spiral? Most of these ancient earthworks are thought to be burial mounds, but this one definitely isn't. To be honest, I don't know what it was for. Maybe just to keep the water out of the hole? Something really practical on that level. Oh, this is what we brought up here. I was like, what's with this dumping ground? A very tall cabinet, some couches, a table set, carpet. That was definitely already here. We have to find 5 Dogwood Drive. Are we on Dogwood Drive yet? Oh, every time I look away and come back, she's made progress. God, this level has such a particular design idea. You wander around, and every time you're not looking at something, it changes. As you frolic around as a cat, chasing a hologram dragonfly, I guess? Who's this here? All I can read is better days. They put their better days to rest here? I wonder whose better days we're talking about anyway. Where is my android couple gone? The crow's gone. Oh. A decent number of them are gathering around this place. Is that going to be 5 Dogwood Drive? Ow. Maybe. This weird frame. Was it all a weird display? Are we filling in this weird concrete display? And that's 5 Dogwood Drive? Yeah. Well, the mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive. Is there a doormat? Sometimes a key is under the doormat. What am I saying? Strange to say, but I feel like I've been here before. Anybody else? It just showed up, the house. When? Where did it come from? Maybe it blew in with the storm. Wait, it just showed up? Like it's newer than the order for the delivery to come here? Nobody lives here? If somebody does live here, they keep it pretty tiny. It's actually quite spacious. Bigger than it looks. Nice. I can see myself in a place like this. What this town needs is a kitchen. There's so much room, though. We could set up a whole studio. Oh, shit. Misclicked. Oh, yeah. Somewhere to cook all the beans. We could rebuild the garden. Grow some vegetables. How about tomatoes? I think I saw some downed tomato plants out there. I could set up a new workshop here. It's almost like temptation. Like this is a place that keeps drawing people in, almost like a trap. Like this whole town feels cursed, and like it only hurts the people that end up there, and they always fail and collapse and rebuild. And here, once again, we just see the vague suggestion of another place to be. And that suggestion is enough, and people fill that vacant space with all the dreams of what could possibly go there. And they imagine what could be, and they plan for it, and they just want that to be what they have now. It could be a studio, a kitchen, a farm, a workshop, anything. And then you repeat this like cycle that keeps failing over and over again. They just become the next loop. I could fix TVs again. Or whatever people need. Hell, I could fix toasters. I'd love to perform in a place like this. At sunset. I kind of feel like I'm on stage right now, actually. Know what I mean, ma'am? Weird acoustics. Like you get little echoes before the sounds themselves. I like it. We need to make sure to preserve some of this stuff before the next big storm. It may only be a show for the raccoons. I'd like to see that. We saved what we could. Which one of you is that? Hey cat, I'll race you. From here to that pile of mail, okay? Where's the pile of mail? Come stand here. This is the starting line. Ready? Let's get set. Go! I don't know where the pile of mail is. But this child must be destroyed. Okay. Is Ezra gonna react at all to this? Well, okie dokie. Where is that? Here? Until finally it just gave way. But you did good work. It's not your fault. They didn't let you finish, that's all. If they let you finish... oh, forget about it. This place would be dry as a bone. You always did good work. It's a memorial. I wonder if this is all of Chapter 5. Wandering around as a cat, spectating as the party just kind of moves on. What if we never see Conway again? Rita tore up weeds. Elmo stood next to her with a bucket. She passed him the uprooted weeds, and he stuffed them in the bucket. They worked this way for a few hours. Dark clouds drifted slowly closer, but wouldn't arrive until evening. Elmo left to get some tea. Rita pulled an apple from her bag and lay her head back onto the overturned dirt. She looked at the sky. For a moment, she looked directly at the sun. Then she closed her eyes and let the afterimage fade. Elmo came back with a plastic jug of sweet tea. They sat and drank for a while, then got back to work. The garden was coming along as well as they could hope, given months of neglect. When the plant shut down, the company abruptly pulled out of the area and took a large part of the town's population with it. This included the Carver family, who had tended this garden, and the largest and most productive in town for years. Now the garden would be cared for by a new family, and fed what was left of the town and whatever it became next. They didn't know much about gardening, but they were prepared to learn on the job. They knew for sure they would plant tomatoes. Those had grown well from this garden in the past. Rita and Elmo worked until it started to rain. The rain washed their sweat into the dirt. They're not always easy to place amongst the sea of faces and names, but I think basically everyone being mentioned around here are characters we've encountered in our journeys, or in the interstitials, interludes, that's the word. Oh man, it's totally broken. Waterlogged tapes. They might still play, who knows. But all the VCRs are shot. I don't even know where to put all this. I hate to call it trash. I wonder if that garbage truck still works. No, never did. Hey, this truck's broken. Always was. It ain't like it used to be around here, I'll tell you that. It never is. Sure, everything changes, especially here. Cass is gone. That's a big change. You miss her, huh? I feel like she's still here, in the hangar, the runaway, her old cards. There was one thing Cass always insisted on about this place. No roads leading in or out. Hell, we can always fly. No roads in or out. No roads but Kentucky Route Zero, which admittedly involves going on a road to a mine, then to a secret, like, interdimensional road, then to a river that's completely subterranean, then to whatever that spiral staircase is. Funny how you stick together and still act like you're alone. That's the cat way, huh? Always alone together. Miss Shannon's like that, I think. But I don't think she wants to be. She's trying to get out of it. It's like a habit. Did it just get way brighter out? Wow. You all need to get some sleep. You've been at it for so long at this point. Oop. Marianne clears her throat. She's trying to wake her up. Well, hello. Wanda, time to get up. Nope, dead to the world. Just try again later, I guess. Or she's just dead. Oh no. She was the one that was painting. Is the painting done? You get around so quickly. Found Joe. There's never really been a road to this place. Why not? How'd they manage that? Why? I guess we could, but it sounds like a lot of work. Okay then, we guess we better get started. What devil's bargain have you struck with the Night Raven? They move the bodies? No, miss, they don't scare me at all. If you met them, you'd feel the same way, I'm sure. I don't believe old George would ever hurt us. He's kind and a bit of a bookworm as far as I can tell. I leave the radio on for him at night. He seems to like the AM call-in shows, but just out of tune. I think we're acknowledging the ghosts. Like, I think we're saying that they're real? Like everyone can see them, I mean? Like, acknowledging them now? What is it about the radio they love? They all love it. To tell you the truth, I feel a little bad I won't be here to care for them anymore. Isn't that something? I should go home to Lithuania. My uncle's very dying. I should see him through it. Yeah, you're making the right move. There's nothing here anymore for the living. But with everyone gone, who will feed the ghosts? I mean, for one, she never lived here. She was always going to be on tour. It'd be weird if she just decided to live here, but that was a choice. It was her being like, I'm thinking of staying here. Is that crazy? Maybe this is when you decide whether to feed the ghosts or not? I don't know. Night in the Woods had a really distressing angle on the whole feed the ghosts thing. This is a reoccurring thing for some reason. Choppy seas today, Captain. We got a little boat out. Oh, he just hopped in. Clyde lay on his back in the runway, hands folded behind his head. Halfway between dreams and the afternoon sun, he entertained the momentary delusion that he had survived a plane crash, and he was vaguely unhappy when the dream faded. Coming into land, he slammed into a truck. The driver probably thought the runway was another road. The runway smelled like oil. Years of leaky light aircraft taking off and landing. All the state said they wanted us was to knock down some of the trees, many trees, and build a road tying this small town to the larger web of streets and highways that entombed the rest of the country. But Clyde and his inner circle of stunt pilots turned mail carriers knew that a road would be the end of their secluded paradise. The Dogwood Drive is a community of people who decided not to be attached to any other element of society. Just cut themselves off for good. Oh, hi, kitty. Yes, it's a beautiful day. I guess the weather was pretty bad last night, though. You're a chatty one, aren't you? Sure, whatever you say. Alright, well, take it easy. Hey, that was the brother. I just saw the giant shadow. Can I go up there? Oh, chasing birds, as they said. Oh yeah, because there was birds down here before, now they're up top. I don't know if I can get up there, though. Just another detail that shifts. Yeah, I'd be worried about that too. Well, it isn't just the rodents. The floors are mostly rotted, I think. You'd fall right through. I'm surprised they're still standing after last night. All the buildings? No, most of them have good bones. It's just these ones the power company built that are rotten. Oh, okay. Yeah, the power company moved in here a while back and set it up like their own little town. For the workers. But they didn't build them too good, huh? It's garbage. They couldn't be bothered. I lived in that one over there, in fact, when I first came here to work at the power plant. Oh yeah? I wouldn't set foot in there now, though. Huh. This one that looks distressing. Kinda thought it was a church. So the power company set up some houses and they're all a mess now. But people have built their own that can work just fine. Where's the art? Did I miss it? Does it work? I don't know. I think you wind it here. No, it doesn't work. I could probably fix it. Oh, you could definitely fix it, man. But then you'd have a new robot friend. And then I'd have a new robot friend. Oh no. And then I'd have a new robot friend. They're gonna build a new robot friend. Or fix it, technically. I think we're dealing with imagination territory mostly, but I could be wrong. There's Marianne. Heavier than they look. Sure, everyone's heavier after they've passed. It's only natural. The spirit has no weight. In fact, it lifts us up a little. Oh, it's you again. Yeah, well, feel free to pitch in. I'm sure this would go a lot quicker with the two of us on it. Busy, huh? What? Left a sunbeam unslept in? Suit yourself. I'll be here. What happened to these horses to kill them, I wonder? In a storm. They drowned somehow? Something else? I've heard there's ways that storms can kill wild animal, or like domesticated animals. Then I hear stuff about like the Dust Bowl, where apparently like there's like this horrifying aspect where like the cows would be swallowing sand and dust from the air, from the constant Dust Bowl during the Depression in the United States. They'd be kind of just swallowing them passively just throughout the day. There's just more and more sand getting its way in, and their stomachs would fill up with sand and kill them. And it's just like a weird, horrifying, what the fuck idea. What are you painting? Cow? Or the horses or whatever? Looks like a horse. Is it Clydesdale or whatever? I don't know. Something that has like the one of the ones that has the white stripe down the middle of their face. The white cat seems to be greeting someone over here. No, he's just walking by. Look at this place. The library. What a mess. I feel like I should give you a tour, but let's skip to the good part. Any questions? Was it for people or animals? Mostly animals. For years now. We used to keep our videotapes here, but the raccoons... My friend Bert says the work of history is to find a pattern in the unasked questions. In the evening, when the Chinese wall was finished, where'd the Masons go? You'd fit in right here, sure. It's a mess right now, but there's some residual energy from those fearless experimenters that I don't think will ever dissipate. I don't think I want to live in a place like this. What's good, little dude? We were talking about history. Oh, are you in the band? What do you think, kid? We've got room for a drummer. I'm great at drums. I know where all the buttons are. Ron dug a grave. Oh, the horses. Hey, this book's in pretty good shape. The City of Ladies. Interesting. No, I've never read it either. Good question. Let's take a look. Here we go. Minerva, Circe, Sappho, and some ladies from the Bible. I think they all get together and built a city. Sounds nice. I'll get us a bus ticket, eh? I kind of want everyone to leave this place. It feels like a black hole. Like it can trap you like mud. "3A. Lay paper flat. 3B. Bring bottom left corner up to the top right corner. 3C. Crease with firm, steady pressure along diagonal fold." Sounds like origami. Nikki applied only gentle pressure. Looser flowers felt more alive. She rolled her wrists. It was the 6th hour of her assigned company store shift, and she'd made dozens of flowers. Ron had a bouquet, and cleaned out their stock that afternoon. "11. Repeat steps 4A through 7 for each petal. Taking care not to rip the filaments from step 9. So it's bouquets. She put Ron's bouquet down the sales ledger as romantic bouquet, but really, he was just buying in bulk at the small discount, since the company started allowing resident workers to donate paper flowers to Aunt Connie for civic enthusiasm points, exchangeable for sick days. They had become the kind of shadow currency for local trade. A commotion outside caught Nikki's attention. Men yelling, blows landing. She put down her work and stepped out just in time to see the crowd disperse. "Conway? Where are you?" And ever since that, I've been treating it like a little cafe for the, treating it like a little cafe for the town. Oh yeah? You like the cook? Sure. I'd make you some waffles that'd blow your mind if the power was back on. If you want, and you promise to keep it a secret, I'll pass on my waffle recipe before I head out. Why so secretive? I just can't bear the thought of any son of a bitch from that power company eating one of my waffles. Back before the power company pulled out, I was in fear of my life half the time. We ought to just set this place on fire. I'd like to see that. But I think if we take out the tables and knock a couple walls down, this place would make a good concert venue. I've never been more at my limits on trying to differentiate the voices of characters. There's so many people. I even lived in there for a bit. No way. Yeah, too drafty. I moved out one winter and never looked back. It gets cold? Sure, when the sun is down. Nice old church, though. Really nice. Could make a nice workshop. There you go. Shannon, no. Get out of here.